Before I started doing freelancing, I was assisting somebody and the person really didn't treat me well. His landlord saw me and he thought I'm a Negro, I'm an African and I deal with drugs. He had no power to defend me and at a sudden it changed my world. I started seeing myself in a different way. Hey, hi everybody. My name is Shavona Karmakar. I'm a professional photographer based here in Mumbai. And today I want to share certain things which I personally went through, body issues. Let me share a few incidents with you. To be very honest, I've been misunderstood by a lot of people as an African, as a Firangi or so called हम Indian नहीं हैं. ऐसा हुआ था कि हम लखनऊ गए थे और जाने के बाद हमने टिकट काउंटर में बोला कि भैया एक टिकट, 2 टिकट देने का. तो बंदे जी ने हमको देख के बहुत हचका गए, बोले नहीं 300 रुपये का टिकट है. मैंने बोला देखो भैया हम मिर्ज़ापुर के हैं, तुम्हारे गांव के, अपने गांव वालों का अगर फिरंगी बना दोगे तो कैसे चलेगा. एंड द गाय वाज शॉक्ड एंड ही गेव मी 2 tickets. एंड इट सो हैपेंड दैट when I went inside the monument, I was again been questioned about my nationality, and I showed them my passport. So it took around 15 minutes of intense skill of my Bhojpuri and everything, which finally convinced him ki okay, she's an Indian, she's valid for an Indian ticket and everything. Now, apart from these funny incident, one very sad incident happened very recently with me. It was not exactly very sad. It so happened that one of my friend was being asked to vacate his house, which he shifted just a day before, just because his landlord saw me and he thought I'm a Negro, I'm an African and I deal with drugs. Such kind of perception really shocks what kind of society we live in, and sadly my friend had to vacate the place that very next day. He had no power to defend me, and with due respect he left the place. Now such incident keeps on happening with me, to be very honest, but it doesn't affect me. And if you think that the kind of confidence I have right now, how I gained it, it took a long time. Let me give you a flashback. I belong to an Indian family. My mother and father both are Indians, and I was born in Mirzapur. I'm pretty sure Mirzapur is quite famous right now due to its series, but indeed I was born in Mirzapur. हमारी हिंदी मिर्ज़ापुर ही है और हम मिर्ज़ापुर के ही रहने वाले हैं. Anyway, I was born this way with curly hair, dark skin, very thin, skinny chick who was always been bullied in some or the other way. People started calling me by names like Negro, African, Jingalala, and you know, when there is nobody around you to tell you that there is nothing wrong with you, there is nothing wrong the way you are, it's just that you don't belong to the club because people have certain conventional standard mindsets, it becomes a little difficult. So it took a long time and I really suffered a lot. I used to use all the products available in the market, keeping in mind that okay, if I use Fair and Lovely I will become fair, if I use Head and Shoulder my hair will become straight. You know, I was hard on myself. Yes, I really tortured myself with so many actions of mine that let me try this and let me become a part of this club, and it didn't happen. As I reached puberty, and you know, everybody goes through a change, I was devastated with the changes I was going through, and I thought let me cover up myself with a baggy shirt and a baggy pant and let me look like a guy rather than a girl, and so that people don't get to know that oh, she's a girl and she looks like African. Like, I was literally having a difficult time back then. It so happened I joined my college, and because I was not having much friends, I was not very physically active, I gained weight. I was around 95 kgs, I was like one Golgappa. And when I reached my first college, my design college, few of my seniors, when they got to know that I'm not very confident about myself and I'm very insecure and I really judge myself every single day, they gave me a surprise where they did a photo shoot of mine and then they showed the picture to me stating that you know, there is nothing wrong with you, it's just that people have not seen people like you on an usual basis. The thing which is wrong is ourselves. And at a sudden it changed my world. I started seeing myself in a different way. I started adoring myself. I started hugging myself, loving myself every single day. I left that college due to certain issues and I joined BFA, where I was pursuing Bachelor in Fine Arts and Art History. I am an art historian, and on the similar lines I started doing photography. And I started doing this project called 365 Self Portrait, where I was clicking myself every single day with some or the other theme. I was making an effort to click one theme a day, and I clicked myself some 365 pictures in the entire year. And by the end of the project, a lot of people started supporting me. The people who were making fun of me, the people who were calling me Negro, Jingalala, African, they started falling in love with me, they started following me, they started praising me. And you know, the world started changing. The world was not the same for me. I was feeling confident. I was feeling, okay, you know, the limelight is on me. My personal suggestion is never follow people's suggestions which they are quite narrow minded to tell you to follow certain beauty standards. And as I knew I am never going to fall into that club, I am never going to be a part of that club, it took 2 decades, but I finally fell in love with me and accepted myself the way I am. Fortunately, I got an opportunity to come to Bombay. I had my own struggles. Everybody in Bombay has their own struggles. I was not having much friends. Professionally, I was not very much educated in terms of how to turn a hobby as a how to turn photography as a hobby into professional. And it took a long time for me to understand how to talk to people, how to deal clients, how to follow up, how to make budgets. It so happened that before I started doing freelancing, I was assisting somebody, and the person really didn't treat me well. It didn't treat me well in a sense, the kind of pressure, you know, you meet some people who are so insecure about themselves that they can't see somebody else to go through a good phase. And it so happened same with me, and the person was demeaning me every single day. And one day it so happened I left the job abruptly. Leaving a job abruptly in Bombay is one of the bad decisions you will ever take in your life. I will not personally suggest this, but what I want to say is, if your heart doesn't fall at some place, and if you don't believe this is your place, leave it. Be in a place where your heart is at a comfort zone. Your physical doesn't have to be in a comfortable zone, but your mind has to be in a comfortable zone. So I left that place, I started my own, and right now I'm been fortunate enough to work with really big companies like Cadbury, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Thumbs Up. Indeed, that's my story, but all I want to say, start loving yourself, because the journey to success starts from there. If you don't love yourself, I don't think so anybody will accept you. The moment you accept yourself, the moment you accept others, that's where you start making a family, and that's where you start growing. Thank you so much, and thank you for giving me the platform. Thank you so much, Josh Talk.
Tell us what you think about this video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.